Hi, this is Tom, and we're going to begin factoring x squared plus 3x minus 28. But the real goal today is to solve quadratic equations, but before we can solve them, we need to remember how to factor. So let's just do a quick review, and a quick review would tell us that what we would do is we'd play the game. We also recall that there's an implied 1 in the first position, so we're going to take the 1 times the negative 28. And in our top position, we have a minus 28. And in the bottom position, we're going to take 3. And then, let's see. The answers to our game, they need to multiply to negative 28, and they need to add to 3. So I think we have positive 7 and minus 4. There we go. So now we can start the problem. We have x squared plus 3x minus 28. This is equal to, now we use the solutions to the game to unlock the middle term. So the 3x is instead written now as a 7x minus 4x minus 28. We have a common factor in the first group, x in the second group. I'm going to try the negative 4. So if it doesn't work, remember we can always try just a positive 4, but let's try negative 4 this time. X times x plus 7 minus 4 times, this is, oh, there we go. So now, as a result of our factoring by grouping, we have a new greatest common factor. So notice this, we have a greatest common factor now of x plus 7. So we take that out, and we're left with x minus 4. And that is how you factor x squared plus 3x minus 28. Now, we're going to need that in a moment, but now let's change the problem just a bit. Let's change the problem to solve x squared plus 3x minus 28 equals 0. Okay, we could guess, but consider the whole purpose in what we've been doing. But consider that x squared plus 3x minus 28 is a sum. Oops. Is a sum. But as a result of factoring, it is also the product x plus 7, x minus 4. Now, why is that? Why would we want to do that? So, well, let's take a look. Let's rewrite the problem now and write it as solve. Instead of what we initially had, let's change the x squared plus 3x minus 28. Let's change this now to x plus 7 times x minus 4 equals 0. Now, why would we do that? So let me just show you a few reasons why, or the main reason why. The reason why is, this may seem simple, but let's call this intuition. If I give you something like 2 times 0, what would the answer be? The answer is 0. Okay, what if I give you something like 0 times, oh, here's a tough one, pi. What about 0 times pi? Well, it's still 0. Ooh, so what about a fraction? What if I take a fraction like 1/2 and I multiply it by 0? Well, the result is 0. So, in other words, what if x plus 7 was 0? So what if I had the problem of 0 times x minus 4? It doesn't matter. This could be anything. And the result is still 0. So I could say this is 0. Or what else could happen is, well, what if the x minus 4 was the 0? Then this, oh, well, again, this would be 0. So then, that's the question. So we saw the question is, when is, remember that 0 came from the x plus 7, so when is x plus 7 0? Or this 0, this is when x minus 4 was 0. So we can solve this. We subtract 7 from both sides. We could say here that x is negative 7, or here we'll add 4 to both sides. And we end up with x equals 4. And those are the solutions to our problem. That and that. X equals negative 7 or x equals 4. So let's, without so much intuition being developed, we're going to quickly go through one more example of how it might look from the top, because you probably won't want to write all those questions and things. So let's try one more. Let's try this. Solve x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. All right, to do that, we're going to first, we have to factor, change the sum to a product. So my result comes from 1 times negative 6, and the sum in the bottom is the middle term, which is negative 1. And if I have negative 3 and a positive 2, so now I have this problem. I have x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. That's where I began. As a result of playing the game, I can rewrite the middle term as x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. I have a common factor of x in the first group, so I have x times x minus 3. I have a common factor here of positive 2, so that leaves me x minus 3. Remember, you should always write the equal 0 on every step. But now I have a greatest common factor of x minus 3 times x plus 2 equals 0. And then we know that this is true when, oops, that's a when x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. So now I add 3 to both sides. So one answer is x equals positive 3, or my other answer, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, and I have x equals negative 2. And those are my answers. I know that last one was quick. I was using all the steps all at once and kind of quickly, but practice that, and thanks for watching.